Here's the truth. Women are masters of mixed signals. One minute she's laughing at your jokes, remembering the little things you say or giving you that look, the one that makes you think she's into you. But then she pulls back distant, avoiding eye contact or changing the subject entirely. It's confusing, right? But what seems like disinterest could actually be one of the clearest signs she's drawn to you. In this video, we'll uncover the hidden, psychological reasons behind her mixed signals. And here's the kicker: don't overlook sign 5. It's one of the loudest ways her interest reveals itself. And sign 6, it's subtle, but her overthinking could mean she's more into you than you realize. Stick around until the end for the ultimate sign that guarantees her attraction. Once you spot it, you'll know exactly where you stand. 1. Subconscious testing the confidence filter. This first reason is something most men completely miss, and it's the foundation of everything else. Once you get this, you'll see her actions in a whole new way. When a woman seems uninterested, she might not even realize she's testing you. It's an instinctive response wired into her psychology. She's filtering for one thing: confidence. She might give short answers, glance away, or even seem distracted. But here's the truth: she's watching how you handle it. Do you get defensive, overcompensate, or stay calm and composed? Women are drawn to men who can maintain their frame, even in uncertain moments. It's not about saying the perfect thing. It's about how you carry yourself when the energy shifts. The man who remains grounded and unbothered, he's the one she can't stop thinking about. If you think testing is tough, wait until you hear the next reason. This one goes deeper, and it's something every woman feels, whether she shows it or not. 2. Fear of rejection. The invisible shield. Most men think rejection is just a guy's fear. But here's the thing: women experience it just as deeply, and it shapes how they interact with you. Rejection hits everyone, but for women, the stakes often feel higher. Society conditions women to avoid appearing too eager, too forward, or too vulnerable. That fear creates a shield, one that looks a lot like indifference. When a woman seems hesitant or cold, she might not be uninterested. She is protecting herself from rejection, waiting for stronger signs of interest from you. She doesn't want to risk misreading the situation or putting herself in an awkward position. What looks like disinterest is often just caution, and the moment she feels it's safe to lower that shield, and everything changes. The next reason might seem like she's playing games, but it's far from it. This is how women instinctively gauge your value. 3. Playing hard to get the value booster. Most men misinterpret this completely. What looks like a game is actually one of the clearest signs. She's paying attention. Women know one thing for sure: scarcity creates value. When if she's too available, she risks coming across as less desirable. So when she appears distant or indifferent, she's not rejecting you, she's creating tension. This isn't about playing games. It's about gauging how you handle the balance of power. Do you lean in too hard, chase her for attention? Or do you meet her energy with confidence, showing that you value yourself as much as you value her? Men who overcompensate often lose here, but the ones who mirror her energy, remaining cool, calm, and collected, spark curiosity. That dynamic keeps her interest alive. But what if her behavior has nothing to do with you? Let's talk about how her past experiences shape how she acts now. 4. Past experiences, the weight she carries. This next sign is one of the most misunderstood, and it has everything to do with what she's been through before you. Every woman carries her past into new interactions. If she's been hurt, betrayed, or let down before, those experiences don't just disappear. Even if she's drawn to you, she might hesitate to show it because she's protecting herself. She's watching for signs of consistency, reliability, and patience. If you rush her or push too hard, those old defenses go up fast. But when you show up steady, independentable, those walls start to come down. Her indifference isn't about you. It's about her history. And the man who understands that will always stand out. Now let's talk about a reason most men never even notice: how others influence her interest in you. 5. Social proof. The silent signal. This sign is subtle but incredibly powerful. It's not about what you say or do. It's about what others say. Without words, women notice how other people respond to you. Social proof is like a shortcut for attraction. When she sees you're respected, admired, or valued by others, it immediately shifts how she sees you. This isn't about being flashy or the loudest guy in the room. It's about quiet confidence, the kind that naturally draws people in. Without social proof, she might hesitate, unsure of what sets you apart. But when others reflect your value, her interest grows automatically. The next reason takes us deeper into her mindset. This one's subtle, but it changes everything. 6. Overthinking. When her mind holds her back. This next sign is something most guys never notice. It's not about what you're doing wrong, but about what's happening in her mind. Don't miss this. Women are expert overthinkers, especially in social situations. While you're focused on the conversation, she's analyzing everything. How she looks, how she sounds, what you might think of her, and even what her next move should be. It's a constant stream of mental gymnastics. This overthinking often creates hesitation. Even when she's attracted, it can make her pause before responding, break eye contact, or seem distracted. What's happening isn't disinterest. It's a mental tug-of-war between what she feels and how she thinks she should act. Here's the twist. Overthinking shows she cares enough to be cautious. If she wasn't interested, there'd be nothing to analyze. So the next time she seems distant, remember her mind might just be working overtime. What if her surroundings are holding her back? Let's talk about how environment changes everything. Send her environment. The power of setting. Have you ever noticed how her behavior changes in different settings? This next reason explains why. Where you are matters more than you think. Women are highly attuned to their surroundings. If she's in a public space around friends or in an unfamiliar setting, she might pull back not because she's uninterested, but because she's navigating the dynamics of the environment. In a loud or crowded place, she might struggle to feel comfortable expressing herself. Around friends or coworkers, she might hesitate to avoid drawing attention or risking judgment. Even the way others perceive her actions can make her act cautiously. The key here is context. A woman who seems distant in a group setting might be completely different when she feels more relaxed. In private, her behavior is influenced by where she is, not just who she's with. Timing is everything, right? This next reason dives into how her emotions and rhythms can influence her behavior and what you need to know about it. 8. Timing. Emotional cycles and her rhythm. This next sign is subtle but incredibly revealing. Miss it, and you might misunderstand her completely. Timing isn't just about when you approach. It's also about where she is emotionally and biologically. Women's moods and energy levels fluctuate throughout the day, the week, and even the month. At certain times, she might feel more confident and open. At others, she might be more reserved, cautious, or focused on herself. These shifts aren't about you. They're about her internal rhythms shaped by hormonal cycles, stress, or even how her day is gone. When she seems distant or less responsive, it might not be rejection at all. It could just be the wrong moment. The key is staying consistent, showing patience and understanding that timing often has more to do with her than anything you've done. Now let's flip the focus to you. This next reason explains why. Being too available might be sending the wrong signal. 9. Too much availability. The challenge factor. This next sign might sting a little. Sometimes being too available can actually work against you. Let me explain. Women are naturally drawn to men who have their own lives, passions, and priorities. When you're always available, texting constantly, dropping everything to see her, or making her the center of your world, it can send the wrong message. Too much availability comes across as neediness, and neediness kills attraction faster than anything else. Women want to feel desired, but they also want to know they're drawn to a man who values himself. Here's the kicker. It's not about ignoring her or playing games. It's about balance. When you show that your time and energy are valuable, she'll respect it and her interest will grow naturally. We're saving one of the most important reasons for last. This one has nothing to do with you directly. It's about who else is in the picture. 10. The friend effect. Social influence at work. This final sign is something most men completely overlook. But once you understand it, everything makes sense. Her friends are her silent gatekeepers. If her social circle is unsure about you, Or worse, they don't approve. It can hold her back even if she's attracted to you. Women value harmony in their social circles. If her friends think you're not a good fit, it creates friction she doesn't want to deal with. But when her friends like you, they become your biggest allies. This is why first impressions matter. In group settings, a man who's confident, respectful, and socially aware wins over her friends without even trying. And when her friends are on your side, her hesitation fades fast. If this breakdown opened your eyes to the truth behind her mixed signals, don't stop here, hit subscribe, and stay tuned for more insights that will change the way you approach every interaction.